Every time you open your phone, you are standing in front of an open fire hose. We process thousands of images, headlines, and videos every single day. The sheer volume of raw data rushing past us exceeds the processing capacity of the human brain. This creates a strange paradox. We have access to more verified, factual information than any generation in human history, yet our ability to agree on basic facts is collapsing. When we are flooded with unchecked information, the natural defense mechanism is to retreat. We curate our feeds to match our existing beliefs, creating isolated, highly subjective realities. Navigating the internet today is no longer a matter of finding information, it is an exercise in filtering it. Without those filters, we lose the foundation of a shared reality. The way we process media drives measurable physical outcomes. It dictates how we vote, how we spend our money, and how we treat our neighbors. Viewing media illiteracy as a purely personal failing ignores the structural design of our digital ecosystem. Bad actors exploit this structural weakness. They inject highly targeted manipulation directly into the public discourse to serve specific agendas. This animated diagram shows how that manipulation spreads. When a critical mass of citizens lacks the tools to evaluate what they see, a single weak point compromises the entire group. This makes the structural integrity of a society vulnerable to systemic collapse. Surviving this environment requires a precise set of tools. In the algorithmic age, media literacy is a rigorous, multi-layered analytical framework. This diagram illustrates a filtration framework. The first defense catches raw data to identify the creator, trace funding, and flag omitted context. The final psychological layer slows the process down to identify the specific emotion engineered to trigger the viewer. Digital platforms are built to be frictionless, pushing us to scroll and share instantly. Modern media literacy is the deliberate injection of cognitive friction into that process. Let's trace the life cycle of a piece of engineered misinformation, like a fabricated quote designed to anger a specific political group. Without media literacy, algorithms immediately reward outrage. The system prioritizes rapid, impulsive sharing over accuracy, generating massive momentum before the source is even checked. That viral digital momentum translates into physical space. What begins as localized online anger cascades into real-world polarization, shaping public protests and altering behavioral shifts based on a fiction. Applying the modern framework halts that momentum at the individual level. The user pauses, identifies the emotional manipulation, and refuses to engage. By breaking the chain of sharing, they starve the algorithm of its fuel. Media literacy functions as a societal immune system. It identifies and neutralizes toxic information before it can achieve a systemic ripple effect. Media literacy has become a critical layer of public infrastructure. It functions like a power grid or a sanitation system for the information environment. On a macro level, a highly literate population makes it difficult for cheap propaganda to find a foothold. When millions of individuals refuse to engage with manipulative content, the primary engine of social polarization loses its power. Reducing the spread of unverified claims limits the ability of bad actors to manufacture division. This widespread literacy challenges the economic incentives of the attention economy. When the public effectively filters out psychological triggers, the profit motive behind high-velocity misinformation begins to weaken. Every time you evaluate a source or check a claim, you are contributing to this macro infrastructure. Each pause is an active act of societal defense. The ability to pause is the most potent form of control in the digital age. Media makers control the output, but media-literate consumers dictate the final impact of that content. Media literacy is the tool required to reclaim agency and safeguard the future of a functioning, shared reality.